flustered.
Well, I don't know why you get so flustered.
It just makes me flustered.
Well, we're going to be in a situation to not be flustered. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We are back!
And we are recording live.
Yes!
Sorry to all the fans. We kept you waiting a while. We actually had a few people reach out to us.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Like, hey, you guys okay?
You know what? It happens, though. Sometimes you have to take a break when one of the co-hosts almost dies. So, cheers to being back.
Cheers.
By the way, we've missed you.
Yes. Yeah. So let's go. I want to go ahead and throw this out there real fast.
Sure. Yeah.
An old pal, old friend.
That's right.
Comment on the YouTube page. So Josh Jones, if you're listening to this one, which I assume you are.
We hope you are.
We hope you are. It was awesome to see your comment. We hope you were doing well. We talk about you all the time.
Believe it or not, we do.
We do.
We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you. So reach out to us. Let's all plan something.
You know, I'll before we jump into what we're going to do tonight, I will say that with the start of Appetite and the Sips, Riffs N Flix, I'm surprised at the people who are from my past or the past and who've reached out and who are listeners and who really enjoy it. And they seem to genuinely like what we're doing, which is surprising.
It is. And you know, to be honest with you, we have a good time doing it. But if the only thing that comes out of it at all is like we rekindle some friendships and get back in touch with people, it's way worth it.
Yeah. I mean, as of now, I rekindled 2 old friends from it. So
yeah. So
it's been totally worth it. And made a bunch of new friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get into something that is non-alcoholic for a change.
Wait, what? Wait.
Exactly.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, I had to get you here.
This show sucks.
That's what everybody else
This
says.
one's going to be sucky. All right, it's fine.
Or it's going to be great. So what we're going to do, Sips doesn't necessarily have to be an alcoholic beverage. It could be anything. And I am a huge coffee lover.
I am not.
Has never had a cup of coffee.
40 years old.
40. By the way, happy birthday. Late birthday.
Thanks.
To all you other quarantine 40s out there.
Yeah.
So how many people do you know that never had a cup of coffee in their life? I bet it is not very many.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm not going to let Kevin try his first cup of coffee at something like Starbucks or even better, our local coffee company here. Because number one, I don't want him to be like, this is crap.
Which might happen.
Which you can say about Starbucks. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I went with something that I have here in my house, an old standard, just original, Americana. And I'm cheap. Folgers. Nope. This is Maxwell House. I lied. So without further ado, my friend, we're going to let you try your first cup of coffee.
I am the least excited about this I've ever been about tasting anything. So to throw this out there.
Here is your coffee mug.
Thank you. So just to kind of clarify. So yes, I am. Hold on, I'm fixing a light here. I am 40 years old. I have never drank a cup of coffee ever. I have tasted. So like my wife drinks. I'm so far removed from coffee. I don't even know what things are. So my wife drinks macchiatos. I don't even know what those are. I've tasted them. They taste like crap.
You don't even like a macchiato?
No.
It's like a candy coffee.
No.
Like
they're
awful.
awful. Awful. They're awful.
Then you're going to love this.
My daughter likes frappuccinos or frappes from wherever, McDonald's, Starbucks, wherever. They're terrible. I've had a sip. So during my, I'm in meetings and stuff.
Keep talking. I got something for the people.
Okay. Especially like, during the winter, like meetings and stuff, board meetings I go to, stuff for my real job and leading all these meetings. Everybody brings coffee. So over the years, I have found something that I bring with me and people think it's coffee, but it's not. So if you don't like coffee, I would highly encourage you to go to Sheetz and get you a hot white chocolate. Hot white chocolate with skim milk, whipped cream. I think that's it. So it comes in the same cup. You just hold it. Everybody's like, oh, got your coffee. And you don't have to say anything. Just like, yeah, cheers. Cheers, fellas.
So basically you like a good old cup of sugar.
Pretty much.
All right.
With
Makes sense.
with 3% milk, so it's healthy.
All right. So,
what's the red tape for?
Well, I'll show you. Sorry, I gotta get adjusted. Okay. Doesn't it look like Kristen? It looks like Kristen when she was a kid. I'm not kidding you. That's why I bought it.
It kind of does. I actually thought it was somebody else, like a real picture of someone else that we know. I'm not gonna say who I thought.
Oh yes, say who? Say who? Say who? Say who?
Nah.
Damn it! Well, show the people. So this is the coffee mug I chose to give Kevin, and this is exactly what my wife looked like at this age. I'm not kidding. Love you, honey. All right, so let's just get into this.
So, okay, first question. Is it like super hot? Do I need to like blow in it or anything or what? I do not want to burn my...
I mean, I don't know.
It smells so bad. I don't like the smell of coffee.
So also for the record, as I'm recovering from the COVID, and I'm better, I still can't smell or taste. So I know what this tastes like because I drink it every day. Okay, buddy.
It smells so bad. So do I do like just a little, like is it super hot though?
I mean, I made it and I put it in a Stanley thermos, so I mean, it's not gonna be cold. Cheers.
That is god awful.
You cannot be serious.
That is god awful. No.
Are you serious? Like you can't drink it? Are you serious?
That's so bad. So bad.
So you realize, I think it's water, beer, and coffee, or water, coffee, and beer are the top 3 consumed liquids in the world. I could have made that up.
That's awful. That's awful.
Like you would never drink an entire cup of coffee
ever again. No.
What about if I put some creamer in it?
I don't think
hazelnut creamer.
I mean, I think you would have to put, like, there's maybe a quarter a cup of coffee in there. You'd probably have to do at least another 50% of creamer before I would even. That's awful. That's terrible. Why do people drink that? I don't understand.
Well, I think so. Think about it like this, maybe as you know, you'd never drank bourbon before, and your first sip of bourbon was not far off from this now.
Yeah, but
from your expression and how it made you feel.
But the thing is, like, I knew that I could probably build up, like, kind of like beer, you kind of acquire a taste for it. I would never drink enough of that to like it. There's no way. That's awful. That is, gosh, awful.
In perspective, I drink at least almost every day a half a pot of coffee.
I feel so bad for you.
Are you serious? Now, I will tell you this.
Man, it sounds like just a terrible life.
No, it's great. But I'll tell you this. On the days that I travel or have to go to the airport, I do not drink coffee until I get to the airport.
Because you might have to poo-poo?
I'll in my pants. One thing's for sure, coffee will get you going.
All right, so
there's a chemical.
I always give, even with any alcohol, we do a second tasting.
If you can swallow Yellow Wolf, you can drink a quarter cup of coffee.
Yellow Wolf.
When you're working third shift at the hospital and they've had that pot of coffee sitting there for a good 8 hours, that's what they call it, trucker coffee. It's tough. Keep you up.
That's terrible. I don't want any more. I can't do any more.
You can't do any more? What is wrong with you?
It's like a film that is like stuck in my mouth and on my throat, and it's like I can't shake it. Like I can't get rid of it.
So if you could describe that taste, what would it be?
I'd say
I think it's delicious.
So it's got just such a bitter after flavor, and it just lingers, and it's awful.
And I think that's why a lot of people like the sugary stuff, like the frappuccinos, macchiatos. What did you call that thing earlier?
Frappe.
Whatever.
That's awful. I never want to drink. So that's the first sip of coffee I've had in probably 10 years. And I actually thought tonight, like, you know what? Tonight's the night. 40 years old, sophisticated. So I'm so sophisticated.
Yeah, we're about the most sophisticated 40-year-olds.
And I was like, tonight's the night that I'll go another good 10 years before I try.
Tonight is your night, bro.
Ever again. That's awful.
Twins reference.
Awful. Sorry to Maxwell House, or is that what it was?
No, this was
Folgers. It's awful. The best part of waking up is not Folgers in my cup. I can promise you that.
I mean, it is for me. That's the first thing that I do in the morning. First thing, I go make a pot of coffee.
Before you brush your teeth?
No. I guess the first thing I do is actually get up, I brush my teeth, and get in the shower and turn on my little Bluetooth speaker and listen to podcasts.
So do you have your coffee maker like pre-set and you just get on there and hit a button?
So used to, yes, until my wife for some reason bought the worst coffee maker on planet Earth called the Ninja coffee maker. So
Sounds awful.
It's terrible. So if any of you people like your coffee maker because you like your coffee hot. So old school coffee makers or regular coffee makers, you can set it, perks, makes it, the burner's on for, ever, and it keeps your coffee hot. So if you have one spouse who leaves earlier in the morning than the other spouse, you can make that pot of coffee and the coffee's still hot and you are ready to pour your traveler. With the Ninja, you make that pot of coffee, you set it, it makes your coffee. When you come downstairs 45 minutes to an hour later and you pour that cup of coffee and you're like, oh, I cannot wait. And you're like, oh, it's cold. I hate the Ninja. So if you want to buy the Ninja, go for it. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to hate it.
See, you cannot set it and forget it.
You can set it and forget it, but you or whoever's going to drink it better be ready to drink it then. Don't come back 45 minutes later because if you like hot coffee, it's going to be cold.
That makes no sense.
I know, and it costs more than regular coffee maker.
So it doesn't have like a heater on it, like to keep it warm.
It pours it into like this thermos, kind of probably what the contents of that Stanley's made of.
I'm going to do one more. Go ahead, I'm listening.
But it has a hole in the top of it where the stuff drops down, so the heat is going to be escaping the actual canteen, or it's called something, I don't know what it's called.
It's getting worse. It gets worse. It for real gets worse. That's awful. That's the biggest gulp I've taken so far, and I regret it. It's terrible.
So while we're sipping on this coffee and really enjoying it,
look at that face. That's a real face. God, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's not that bad.
I'm going to say this. I feel like everybody that drinks coffee hates it, but they think they're supposed to drink it. So they're like, oh, this is so good. I don't think anybody likes it. There's no way. There's no way.
I love it. But I will tell you, I'm also addicted to my hazelnut creamer, which during the carnivore diet, that was the hardest thing for me, I think, to give up. And I did it. But I'm drinking this black cup of coffee here, and it's not that bad.
Kids, stay away from the coffee.
And you know why it's not that bad? It's because I can't taste it.
It's terrible.
And I can't smell it.
It's terrible.
It's not that bad.
So Maria used to always drink. So you could buy any cup of coffee or any coffee brand, flavor, anything, didn't matter. The only thing she liked was these little packets. It's like a water packet, but it's coffee. And it was Folgers decaf, and it's a little green. I just remember it being green.
Yeah.
So every morning she would do one of those in her Yeti coffee cup, and then she would pour Cinnabon creamer in it.
Yeah.
But hers would be like this much coffee and then like that much creamer.
Yeah.
And she did that for years and years and years. And now she does some kind of keto coffee with some other creamer.
What's a
sweet cream? She does sweet cream now.
Like a heavy whipping cream?
This is the actual, like the coffee mate creamer. It's called sweet cream. It's Cold Stone sweet cream.
Sounds
keto
sweet.
Coffee's some little packet that's healthy.
I wonder what is non-keto about coffee. I will tell you this. You would enjoy the coffee documentaries about what all it takes to these folks who go into the mountains where there's these coffee farmers, and this is what they do, and this is how these guys make a living, and how the price of coffee fluctuates. And I mean, this is how these farmers make their living, is off these coffee beans. And people go in and they actually have like these little I don't know what it's called, a traveling coffee pot, but it's like not what it's called. And they would process the beans right there. And like, so here's how you're supposed to do this, by the way.
I cannot get the taste out of it.
Watch this, especially like this. Yeah, I mean, I went down my.
You always scared yourself.
I did, but like you'll see them, they'll get in a spoon and they'll go like this, and then they spit it out, and how it hits their palate is how they determine the coffee and the grade coffee. It is nuts about what goes into a cup of coffee, and people at work are like, "You drink Folgers or Maxwell's?" Like, yeah, whichever one is the 40-cent cheaper one. When I go in there, and they're like, "How do you not drink like Starbucks or like other stuff?" And I'm like, because guess what? All you guys are doing is drowning it with creamer so you can't taste your shit anyway. So why am I going to spend an extra $3 to $4 on something that I'm not going to be able to enjoy the full flavor of anyway?
I have family that call it $5 because they say there's nothing there under $5.
Oh, Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They call it $5.
They should try Dunkin' Donuts.
So one time, Maria used to go through Starbucks a lot, and then Emma liked it. So one time I tried the hot chocolate at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Worst hot chocolate I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Terrible.
Overpriced, too? I'm sure.
It's terrible. It was like dark chocolate, which I don't like dark chocolate at all.
You don't like dark chocolate?
No.
It's good for you.
It's terrible.
It's good for your tick.
It's terrible. And that hot chocolate was dark hot chocolate, and it was awful, and I was so mad, because it was like $4 and stuff. It was terrible.
So I think what we've taken away from this, folks, is Kevin is not a coffee drinker, and we're not going to be converting him.
No, not tonight.
Nope.
Maybe when I turn 50. I'll try it again when I'm 50.
Yeah, maybe your palate will be more refined.
I don't think so.
Maybe your palate's just too juvenile.
I really like hot chocolate. Good milky hot chocolate. White hot chocolate is the best.
I think I'm seeing a thing. You like sugar.
I do like sugar.
Okay, well, that's it.
Not doing it ever again.
Not doing it ever again. I enjoy coffee. We enjoy you. This is Brandon.
And Kevin, that was so fast. How long has this been on?
Like
4 minutes. 40 minutes?
No, I have no idea. I don't even know if there's things.
That's so fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're good, it don't take long.
Well, folks.
That's been my story.
Yeah, coffee's not it.
Coffee's it, and I enjoy it.
Best part of waking up is not Folgers in my cup.
And with that, we'll see you next time.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.